3, 2, 1.
What's up, everyone? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, August 30th, 2018. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to jump right in and do a clear, concise, quick overview, technical analysis of Bitcoin on the daily, Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, and see where we are in terms of support. Will support hold? And if it doesn't hold, what next? Let's jump in. Let's talk about this. Yesterday, I tweeted almost 24 hours ago, Bitcoin trading at around $6,900, almost right around 7,000. I said all that it takes is a 3% dip to test the 200 EMA on the 4-hour will be critical support to tell us if we will continue going up. I know I've been short-term bearish, but I'm hoping we see support. And basically you can see this is when I tweeted it, right around $7,000 in this 4-hour candle. And let's see what has happened since then. And this is why I love technical analysis. We can really anticipate the story being told. Bitcoin moves very fluidly, very synergistically, even in this crazy volatile environment. So let's start on the 4-hour here. Here's the 4-hour, and here we can see my tweet was right at this white line, like right up around here. Possibly even actually in this 4-hour candle. I'm not sure, it's right in there somewhere. I tweeted right around $6,900 or $6,990, and you can see we've come down. Here's the 3% area that I talked about in that tweet yesterday. And really it's that confluent area of the 200 and the 50 EMA. It's a very important area, and we're going to talk about why. But so far, we haven't broken below that on the 4-hour chart, so that's good to see. But we have kind of been approaching it, and I'm curious to see how these 4-hour candles in the next 8 hours or so play out. I want to see if we have any type of volume step in, buying volume on the short term, because if that happens, really, this will be a possible bullish bounce, which is really just a higher low on this 4-hour wedge that we have. So we're still, we can still be in a very bullish pattern right now, right? And this can just be part of that story. And even more bullish would be seeing support at the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA here. So time will tell. Let's keep an eye on that for a possible bounce on the upside for our next higher high target of around $7,200, $7,300. But I want to talk about the downside mainly because it really solves all our issues. The main issue in the story of Bitcoin and investors, whether you're new or old, is missing the boat. That's really it, right? People don't want to have missed the boats. Maybe there might be a concern that they did miss the boats, and that happens a lot in FUD when we're down. People sell the bottom. And missing the boat on the upside, it speaks to why people FOMO in. They don't want to miss the boat. So really, we solve all those issues by anticipating a downside and buying the bottom instead of selling at the bottom or FOMOing in at the top. We buy the bottom, and that's really why I started this YouTube channel. So let's see what can we be ready for in case support does fail. And really on the chart here, we have that next pretty large area of $6,700 down to around $6,000, and it's a quite large area for obvious reasons. It's $700 spread there, but what we're looking at is if we break through this wedge that we have, right, and we start forming new lows and breaking these previous higher lows, we're going to fall into this channel. So the question in that channel is, well, where is like strong support? And strong support is that whole channel. I mean, really what we'd be looking for is not to break this previous low that we had back in mid-August. And then obviously we don't want to break this low that we had in June. And now that we're kind of starting to zoom out, let's go over to the daily chart and look at this. So on the daily chart, here is basically that channel that we just looked about. So if this wedge does break, right, and let me get my brush, this wedge breaks, and we're in this channel under $6,700 looking for support, what we don't want to happen, obviously, is break these previous lows. And that's really our main support, because if we break those previous lows, this will be our lower high that we talked about happening right here, this lower high, and then we're going to have a lower low in play, possibly in the $5,500 area, which is this pink line. So the reason why support right now at this area on this 400 EMA is so important is not just because it's the 400 EMA, the 4-hour chart with the 200 EMA and the 50 EMA is not so much it's a shorter term support, but it's very much in line, and this is a really good way to use moving averages is across different platforms or time frames. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now. But we have the 50 EMA, the 200 EMA crossing right here. That's a key support area around, the 200 EMA alone is around $6,700. But if we go to the daily chart and we look at the 50 EMA, another key support, it's right in this area, $6,700, $6,800. So this $6,700, $6,800 area is very big and crucial for support for Bitcoin, because if we break it, we're basically going to do what we've done previously. Every time we break the 50 EMA, we're going to see some downside, right? And we're going to be setting up for new lows. And you can zoom out on the chart to see that. And often what happens is you see Bitcoin break the 50 EMA on the downside as it's kind of bouncing off of a new lower high, like it did here, right? So bounce off the lower high back there, and we broke through the 50 EMA. We didn't see support that we wanted at the 50 EMA, and then we just kind of made our downtrend. So same thing happened here. We kind of came down off of the lower high area and broke the 50 EMA, and we came down to a bottom. So what we're looking for right now on the daily chart is something similar, a possible lower high where we don't see support at 50 EMA and we come down. And one thing I want to point out on the daily real quick is when we did get this previous lower high back here, one thing you'll notice is if you look at the stock RSI, this momentum oscillator, and we kind of zoom out a little bit or zoom in on it a little bit, this past lower high that we had in July, we were very much in that overbought area on the stock RSI, and we came down and bounced off of that lower high. Now, same type of scenario. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's something to be keenly aware of, and caution. I want to throw caution out there is to say we're in that overbought area, and we're also potentially setting up a lower high. I'm not saying I think it's going to happen, but it's something to be very aware of, since right now in the charts, the indicators are saying, hey, we're overbought and we are at a very critical area of support right at this 50 EMA right now. So let's see if this area $6,700, $6,800 holds. It's very important both on the daily for the 50 EMA and then the 200 EMA on the 4 hour. This area, extremely important to watch out for over the next 8 to 24 hours or so. So that's my technical analysis for the day. Wanted to keep it around 10 minutes or shorter. I hope it gave you some value in terms of what to look for. Maybe a little bit more on the downside right now, but when we're testing support, we have to be ready for that downside. So those are my thoughts. Let me know how you're doing out there. Are you accumulating right now? Are you getting ready to accumulate if we break support? I know I am. I know I'm always anticipating the dips, but always extremely long-term bullish for Bitcoin. It's just a question of when will this ship turn around and when will we kind of see new highs. Be patient. That's my best advice. As always, this is not financial advice. I appreciate all of you coming by. I hope you have a great Thursday today. I will see you in the next video, and God bless.